40-15. Game wekesa. Henman leads 4 games to 3, third set, and by 2 sets to love.
Well, when Wekesa plays a point like that, indeed a game like that, you think, here is a very good player. I still don't feel he's doing himself justice, and he could still come back from here.
Yes, he certainly could. Even though Henman is 2 sets to love up, he only needs to get this third set, and the pressure is back on. And he must be wondering, you know, what he's got to do, and he has to get more first serves, and he really does. And it's so essential on grass to get first serves in, and he's just not doing it. But he's capable of, I think, of playing a lot better. But Tim is dominating, and he's not doing anything wrong. The only thing that I think Tim could possibly do that is better is to make more second chance shots. You know, so he's hitting a return, wekesa volleys, and he's got a chance to pass, and he's not making too many of those. And if he's going to progress after this match further in the tournament, then he's going to have to start taking some of those half chances. It's a good performance so far by Henman.
Cool and poised, waiting to see his opponent commit one way or the other.
Thirty all.
Yes, he got it in.
A good lob from wekesa, but he didn't do enough with this volley. Look at this, just put it straight back to Henman, and he runs in, and that one clipped the outside edge of the line.
Game Henman. Henman leads 5 games to 3, third set.
And Paul Wekesa now, from Kenya, serving to stay in the match. Three-5.
15 love. 15.
That was a really good return because the ball was quite high when he hit it. More difficult.
Yeah, he took this one early on. The ball was rising, got on top of the ball, came over the top with his racket, and was running in for any follow-up shot.
$30-50. $40-50.
Very impressive low volley by wekesa. Very difficult one, right off his toes. Well played.
Game wekesa. Henman leads 5 games to 4, third set, and by 2 sets to love.
Paul wekesa there showing what he's capable of, and he played a beautiful low volley and lovely poised points. And so we have the situation, Chris, where we had in the first set where Tim Henman serving for the set failed. Now it's a bit more serious, serving for the match.
Yeah, it is, and serving for his first ever singles win at Wimbledon. It's a big occasion for any player, let alone if you're British. And it'll be a good test of character this to see if he can serve out first time for the match. We might get a little glimpse of what Tim Henman is really made of. But he's playing extremely well today, and he'll be happy to get through this one. It's a match that a lot of people thought that he should win.
Yes, I think that very fact makes it more difficult for him because it's not one of those matches where you've got nothing to lose. He had everything to lose.
That's right, especially from reaching the quarter-finals at Manchester, Nottingham last week, rather.
Thank you.
It's important for him to keep sort of the winning streak going, and let's see if he can serve out for the match. 5-4 Henman, 2 sets to love.
$15 love. $30 love.
Well, this is the mature professional way to face a game of this importance. First serve in. If he comes back, first volley good. Well played, wekesa. Stinging shot that was.
30-15. $40-50.
So on the very brink of his first Wimbledon win.
Game, set, and match.
No better way to finish.
Well, that's a terrific start to this campaign for young Tim Henman. And unless a gentleman from Germany called Carsten Brasch creates a big upset on centre court a little later on, he's due to meet Pete Sampras in the second round of this Wimbledon. What a test that will be for him. Now, one or two other British scores of matches going on at the moment. Miles McLagan has just served for the third set, 1-set-all. He dropped that, but so the third set very tight indeed there, 1-set-all against Furlan of Italy. Another British player out there, Danny Sapsford. He's got more problems though because he's 2 sets down and 2-love down to Nestor of Canada. And a match out on court 14. That's Brenda Schultz, now Mrs. McCarthy, who's seeded 15 here. And she's got 1 or 2 problems against Radka Bobkova, young lady from the Czech Republic. She's dropped the first set on the tie break. Now, of course, we'll have more tennis here this afternoon on BBC Two. And we're
the return going very close to the sideline, giving Sampras the angle across court, and Rash trying like anything to get it, but just couldn't make ground.
So Carsten Brash testing the champion for the moment, at least. Now, the winner of that match will play Britain's Tim Henman, who had a good first-round win, 3 straight sets against Paul Wekesa of Kenya. Another British player was out on court for 4 sets against Renzo Furlan of Italy, who'd saved 4 match points and was trying to save a 5th here. And that was McLagan's victory cross-court pass for a 4-set win. He'd lost the first set, so that was another good British win on this first day. Miles McLagan going through 2-6, 6-2, 7-6, 6-3 against Renzo Furlan of Italy. But no luck for Danny Sapsford, the third of the British players that we were watching earlier. He was beaten in straight sets by Daniel Nestor of Canada. Now, let's see what Mr. Brash can do.
I still don't feel he's doing himself justice, and he could still come back from here.
Yes, he certainly could. Even though Henman is 2 sets to love up, he only needs to get this third set, and the pressure is back on. And he must be wondering, you know, what he's got to do, and he has to get.
$40-15. Game wekesa. Henman leads 4 games to 3, third set, and by 2 sets to love.
Well, when Wekesa plays a point like that, indeed a game like that, you think here is a very good player.
More first serves, and he really does. And it's so essential on grass to get first serves in. And he's just not doing it. But he's capable of, I think, of playing a lot better. But Tim is dominating, and he's not doing anything wrong. The only thing that I think Tim could possibly do